We're back, Red Devils Talk, me session, and of course your Nottingham Forest preview. We play them at the City Ground tomorrow, and we are seeking some consistency. We saw a very good performance against Aston Villa and a deserved win. And as you see in the thumbnail, don't change anything. There's quite a few things I want to speak about with regards to the team selection and what Ten Hag might be thinking ahead of this game. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like. Thank you for joining me. Let's get into it. So, against Aston Villa, we obviously saw a bit of good ball play and the way Ten Hag probably would want to play every single game. But it's not possible with certain players in the team. And the reason why I say don't change anything, because against Nottingham Forest, I do believe that Ten Hag might be tempted to go and put in McTominay into the starting 11, simply because Nottingham Forest provides a more physical test than what Aston Villa was. But there might be a mistake in that. If he puts McTominay back in the starting 11, I for one would start questioning him again because it hasn't worked with McTominay in midfield. It hasn't worked with him as this second striker up top next to Hoyland and Bruno playing deeper. But Mainu, Eriksson, and Bruno were excellent in midfield against Aston Villa. Their positioning was key to the way we pressed and to the way we played from the back. And certainly, if he doesn't change the starting 11, because everyone, in my opinion, had a good performance. And yes, we conceded two goals that were, in my opinion, schoolboy errors. But we certainly did play much better than Aston Villa. We nullified their midfield dominance the way they had against previous teams, and we managed to shut them down. We should have defended better, yes, of course. But we did do what we always do, and that is come back from behind, show a good fighting spirit. And that hasn't been seen in a lot of games. So Ten Hag should not change the starting 11. He should stay with the same team. As you can rightly see, I don't think there is rocket science needed in this particular decision making. It's there in Ten Hag's face. Play the exact same team. It is said that the likes of Casemiro will be back in the squad. Likewise, Mason Mount. I don't think you should put them into the starting 11 and rush them back. Leave them on the bench. If Eriksson is to be, you know, put on the bench once Mount is basically fit and firing, then rightly so. His performances would secure him a place in the starting 11. But right now, based off the last performance we had, we need to stick with the same team. Now, Shaw and Amrabat were not part of the squad for Aston Villa. Ten Hag said that they have minor knocks. So, if Shaw is fit and if he is ready to be in the squad against Nottingham Forest, he should start at left back because Varane and Evans definitely had an excellent performance as a centre back partnership. And of course, Delo being our best right back going forward. And yes, Wan-Bissaka is very good defensively, but we want to put it on Nottingham Forest. Too many times we go away from home and we sit back deep. And I know we can play counter attack. We have the players to do so. But with the way we played with the ball and domination in possession we had against Aston Villa, surely Ten Hag should be playing with the same team and allow us to be on the front foot, to play at the City Ground, to not let us be on the back foot. Because yes, Nottingham Forest won their previous game against Newcastle, no less, at St James's Park. You know, Chris Wood getting a hat-trick, Anthony Elanga showing good form, you know, Morgan Gibbs White, another player that is quality, near Kate, you know, at the back. They have decent players, do not get me wrong. And at their home ground, they will have a bit of confidence. But we, with our quality, if we show desire, if we once again play with the same effort and determination and fighting spirit we showed against Aston Villa, we win this game. A much better chance of winning will be in our hands because, one, we have the quality to do so, and two, if we are up for it, we can beat any team. We've seen it last season. And this is with certain players that haven't been here. No Hoyland, etc. from last season. And we still managed to beat very good teams last season. The likes of Barcelona, City at home, etc. These are good teams that you would expect to beat us. But we're not able to do so because of the way we applied ourselves in those games. And the same needs to be applied in this particular game. I just want to say, if you do hear a loud sound, I do have a fan on in the background. It is extremely hot where I am, so I do need some circulation of air over here just to keep myself cool. I'm still buzzing off the win against Aston Villa, and I'm sure the players are feeling a bit more confident as well because of the way they played, because of the reward that they got for their hard work and efforts that was seen in the game. And that is what we want to see as Man United fans all the time. We want to see that type of performance. And with the likes of Onana and Amrabat going to the Afcon, which is another point that I'm going to speak about now, we know Bayern will definitely be starting for us. I have a feeling against Wigan on Monday, which is the game after this for the FA Cup. I think Bayern might start. I think Ten Hag would probably take that game as an opportunity to put Bayern into the team and get him part of, the defensive team, the defensive back line, back four, back five, back six, however you want to look at it. I think he needs to start playing now so that we don't have any goalkeeping errors due to communication or a lack thereof. Binder is a very good goalkeeper, and I think he will do a very good service as a goalkeeper for us, as a backup goalkeeper. And if Onana comes back from the Afcon and Binder is still performing well, perhaps he should stay in goal, in my opinion. I think there wouldn't be any problem or a debate that would need to be held as to why Onana should come back from the Afcon and just walk back into the team and start the game. This is what you want. You want a keeper, that is able to compete with the other at a top club. So I'm sure Bayern will do what is expected and will know that the pressure will be on him as soon as he starts playing in goal for Manchester United. Nottingham Forest is going to be quite a tough game. Maybe even tougher than Aston Villa, simply because of one, the pressure on us needing to be consistent. The fact that playing at the City ground away from home is not always a very good first step for us. We have seen in recent times that away from home we can crumble. This season, however, away from home, we've done quite well. Won the likes of Burnley, the likes of Everton, etc. And against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, just like Aston Villa, we came from 2-0 behind after two, defensive errors that made us on the back foot in that game. We are capable of winning Nottingham Forest. I believe so. I do feel confident that we can get a win. It will be tough, but if we apply ourselves in the correct manner and we stick to our principles and play the way we played against Aston Villa, I keep repeating this, but it is a fact. We do not change a winning team. We know this saying. And it will be naive and stubborn of Ten Hag to play McTominay once again in this game, because without him, we are a much better footballing team. Listen to that. Not a much better team, but a much better footballing team. Because the likes of Shaw, Delot, Evans, Varane, Eriksen, Mainu, Bruno, they can pass the ball in between the lines. They can play tiki-taka football, if you want to call it that, for a more simple understanding. We can win Nottingham Forest. I do believe so. I've said this time and time again on the channel, for many games this season already, that we can win. We should be winning. But consistency will be key. The same level of performance against Aston Villa will give us a much better chance of getting a win. Subscribe to the channel, please. Drop a like. I thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And of course, enjoy the game tomorrow. And we'll definitely be seeing each other again for the preview of Wigan that will be coming quite fast after the Nottingham Forest game. Have a wonderful day further, Red Devils. Enjoy the game. Till we see each other again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.